Let's get started here, bruh. Oh god, these fucking developers, dude, I swear. Okay, so if this, I want to start by saying if this thing ends up being 2 or 3 hours, just know that I'm probably playing as well on the stream. I do plan to probably play a little bit tonight, so if it's 2 or 3 hours, that's what this is. Don't let that dissuade you from watching it. We are going to go over the fucking thing they put out today. These fucking children, developers we have, they put their status update about the matchmaking changes that have occurred, will be occurring, I guess, over the next few, I don't know if it's just over the next few months, I guess. This looks like it's going to take a while to actually implement, because I've already read through it once, but I wanted to read through it again on the live feed. Okay, so I guess with that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started here. So what was this posted? This was posted at like 9:29 p.m. I guess. So this was posted really late. Not even that long ago. Well, no, that's not right. It was posted earlier today, because I remember reading it around like 5. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and start. We've observed a growing community concern about the matchmaking in recent months. First of all, the very first sentence, when has the matchmaking not been an issue in this game? It's been an issue since I started playing last year at Christmas. The matchmaking has always been a problem in this game. A growing community concern about matchmaking. And like they keep saying that they're gonna fix it. They keep saying they're gonna fix it, and it never gets fixed no matter what they fucking do to it. In fact, I would argue now that it's worse than it's ever been. The matchmaking system right now is worse than it's ever been before. And now I'm actually noticing the disparity. Like, you see my rank right now, 8, right? If I queue up right now, I will play at least a team of 2 red ranks. At least 2 of them. Never do I get a game without at least 2 red ranks in it. And seriously, you can go back and watch me stream this game. I play red ranks every day. That's why I say purple rank is a red rank on the Nintendo, not on the Nintendo Switch, on the PlayStation. At least. I don't know if it's better on PC or Xbox, but at least on the PlayStation, once you hit purple ranks, you're going to be playing red ranks. I played a game, the last time that I played this game, it was, every single person was rank 1. Every single person. And it's like, you know what, that'd be fine if I was, like, rank 1 myself, but, you know, it's like, bruh, I'm not there yet. And so, like, this is why I say purple rank killers have the hardest time ranking up, because not only is the ranking system, like, against killer in general, it's also, like, fucking, like, the matchmaking is also against us, so we have that problem. Everything's a problem when you fucking play killer in this game, if you notice. That's a very killer main thing to say, because yeah, well, what do you gotta do? So it's like, yeah, I hope you know that there's a growing community concern about matchmaking, because it's literally been here for at least a year. And whatever you try seems to make it worse. So I'm sure this won't work, but let's keep going on here. Matchmaking wait times have exceeded our targeted limits, and we've seen rank disparities fluctuate. In this status update, we will go into details on factors impacting our current matchmaking system, and other future solutions. Okay, so we're already right there. They said that the system they have in place right now is dedicated to making people get into a game as fast as fucking possible. That's their plan right now. That's what they want to be doing. So, like, let's just remember that, because they have this triangle that they posted. It's like this picture. It says fairness is on one side, ping, and time. That is the triangle, okay? Above are 3 variable factors in matchmaking, with a fourth being the number of players in each role, with an ideal ratio of 4 survivors for 1 killer at all times. Okay, that sentence actually confuses me. Does that mean that they want more survivors to be playing the game than killers? Ideally, you want everybody playing every role in the game, or like at least you want the 2-player bases like even, at least. I guess that would make killer queue times suck though, but you know. Like, ideally, you should be going for, like, some kind of healthy medium. Like, if you are having a game where, like, for every 4 survivors, there's 1 killer, and, like, that's certainly how you balance the game right now, I'll tell you that, bruh. You balance it, the way you're balancing right now, there will be 4 survivors for every 1 killer player, so if that's your goal, congratulations. But anyway, we need to decide how much to focus on each of the factors. If we focus on one point, the other points will seem some sort of impact. For example, if we focus on time, your matches will likely end up being less fair, and you might get paired with people further away. That's what they're doing right now. This is something that it can be inferred if you play high-level killer. If you play high-level killer, you're gonna fucking notice that you get paired with red ranks all the time. And the reason that you get paired with the red ranks is that fairness is being compromised for time. These people are getting in games faster while sacrificing the fairness of the match, which is bullshit. That only hurts killer in this game. That only hurts high-level killer. Because high-level killer doesn't exist, okay? The reason this hurts high-level killer is that high-level killer doesn't exist. So, you just gotta remember that. There's like maybe 20 players that play killer in this game. Like, that's for every fucking 300 survivors, there's like maybe 20 killers that are actually good. So there's so few of us that our queue times are fantastic. If I readied up, I get in the lobby in a second. And like, well, here, you want to count the queue time? We're counting the queue time. I already lost count, but see how little that took? Like, that was nothing, bruh. That was nothing. Like, that queue time was like, what, 25 seconds, half a minute? Like, that was nothing. And like, that's what you get every time when you play killer. The time is not an issue on our side. The time has always been an issue on the survivor side. Because there's too many of them, not enough of us. Because of game balancing is my reason for why that's taking place. So dedicated service helps us ensure a stable connection. So the ping is like no longer an issue. The thing about the ping is that the ping is something they can never focus on and never get rid of. They had to keep the ping low. That was something they couldn't out-prioritize, because if somebody has a bad ping, the whole match is ruined. So ping is something they absolutely have to focus on. So you have that, and then you have time and fairness are the two things that you could expend upon. I'm sorry, but like, okay, survivors will tell you that time is the thing that should be focused on because they take forever to get in the games. I'm sure every killer will tell you that fairness is what should be taken into consideration, because the fact is, our queue, like, it has to do with our queue times already being good. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, I don't have an issue with queue times in this game because I play killer. Killer doesn't exist, so of course my queue times are fine. The problem is that when you're a fucking survivor player, there's like 500 of you for every 50 killers. So what's going on at the red ranks is, this is what I've said, since they take care of time over fairness, the red ranks survivors, because there's so many of them, are getting pushed down. If they've been in a lobby for a while, they're getting pushed down into purple. They queue up with purple. And like, and even sometimes, like, I see them get paired up with green and even fucking yellow sometimes too. What happens is those red rank survivors are being pushed out of the red ranks down into the purple, yellow, and green area, and that's how you see those unfair queue times, because they prioritize time right now. That's what they're doing, and so you have that problem, bruh. And so dedicated service said they've met their goal on time. So now we need to worry about the fucking fairness of the match. Like you know what? Fine. You helped make the time a little bit better. Fantastic. They said this is a difficult task in a game like Dead by Daylight, where both sides have different objectives and cannot be directly compared to each other. That statement is an absolute wad of crap. This is why game balancing in this game doesn't exist. This is why it's objective trash. The game balancing here is terrible, and the reason that it's terrible is the fact that they release ignorant statements like this. The fact is, okay, if you want to compare killer and survivor objectives in this game, it's not hard. It's really not, because there is a variable that they share together. But to say that it's impossible to compare them makes you sound like Scott Jund. The reason that you can compare these two is because they take place in the same match. They take place in the same game, so they have a common variable in the same match. If a killer is in an 11-minute game, the survivor is in an 11-minute game, and if the killer is in a 5-minute game, the survivors are in a 5-minute game as well. You have time. Time is something that you can directly compare these two, and the fact is, if the killer is chasing somebody who is good and completes the chase, 1.5 gens will pop at the very least. So with that right there, you have a direct comparison to the win conditions of the game. The survivors can get done in fucking a minute and a half, and the killer can get done with 1.5 gens in around a minute and a half of the game if they're actually decent. And the killer can get 1 down. Survivors have to get the 5 gens done, and the killers have to get 12 downs ideally, if they want to get a merciless and rank up without tunneling and shit. Killers have to get 12 separate downs, ideally not chasing the same person 2 times in a row, because of they like borrowed time and shit, and all those perks that stop shit like that. So so basically, when the killer has 1 down, survivors are like, what is it, 40% done with the game? When the killer is 1/12 done with the game, survivors are 40% done with the game. That's a load of shit, by the way. That's why you see game design. 1/12 is 8%. So when the killer's 8% done with his game, survivors with his win condition, survivors are done with 40% of theirs. That's a problem with this game right now, and the gen speeds need addressed in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I don't care how they do it, but the gen speeds in this game are absolutely awful, and they need change in some way, shape, or form. But, you know, but have different objectives that cannot be directly compared. They absolutely can. That statement is such a load of shit. So we've attempted to address this with the emblem system, but we've concluded that the rank does not directly correlate to skill. So every complaint about the emblem system in this game being utter garbage and being utter shit was exactly proven. So they've admitted their emblem system is terrible. Because ideally, like, we want a ranking system that... So ideally you want to kill a ranking system that fucking deals... That is a direct comparable skill. Again, see Identity 5 as a baseline model for how to do that. It's really not that complicated. Rank 5 killer just played with 2 red ranks and 2 yellow ranks. Yeah, it's... What are you gonna do, dude? It's dumb. So rank doesn't directly correlate to skill. While a player who plays a lot will tend to be better than someone who plays very little, there are also players who are good at the game but don't play enough to reach the upper ranks. Okay? That'd be somebody like me. Who, like, I'm pretty damn decent at this game, but, like, I'm not gonna hit red ever on this unless I sit down and play it and play Freddy for, like, the entirety of my life. To help improve the fairness factor without sacrificing wait times or pings, we will be making 2 changes. Okay, first of all, this is not an objective statement. They don't know if this is gonna work. They never know if it's gonna work. This is their idea to make the match they don't know if this is gonna work. That's the first thing. The first is a new system to better reflect the player's skill level, and the second is a change to the matchmaking system to create fairer matches. Okay, so let's analyze that. Before we get into this, Scott John is at it again. Our wacky friend, our wacky Huntress Oni friend Scott John is at it again. I love Scott John, dude. I love Scott John. He's very good, but, like, his opinions are just terrible. His opinion is terrible. Dude, my friend, if you're gonna play this game, you have to turn messages off. That's what I did. I turned messages off a long time ago on this game. I'm not dealing with their crap. So, like, our good friend Scott Jund is at it again, though. So, Scott Jund said this is an awful idea because, again, the metrics of the game don't exist. You can't directly compare people to each other, add-ons, etc. So, like, there's so much to... His video was, like, 5 minutes long. I didn't write everything down. But, like, he said, like, again, his point was basically we shouldn't even try this. Let's keep the same system we have because it's silly and no system that we have is actually going to work anyway. Scott Jund, please. You're way too good at the game to be having bad opinions like that, dog. You're way too good at it. You're, like, I just wish... You have a platform, you have a voice. I wish you used it for something better than awful opinions like that. So ideally, they want a new system to better reflect the player's skill level. This is the first step to getting trickle-down balancing. This is something I addressed in one of my videos before where I talked about why we need high-level balancing in this game. So I am not against this idea of getting a system that accurately reflects the player's fucking skill level. This is something the game needs. That's not to say I'm going to agree with everything they say here, because there's stuff I don't like about this. And like, again, the devs don't even know if this is going to work. This could completely flop and be even worse. We don't know yet. But the idea, the premise that they're saying that this is, what they're trying to do here is something that we shouldn't just give up on even if this fails. This is something we need to do. And again, ideally, you could just fix the one we have without getting into, because, like, the devs' solution is they just want to start from scratch and just start over. I don't think we need to do that, but that's what they're doing. I think there's precedence for revising the one we have to make it more accurate. I mean, I think, again, see Identity 5 as a model. I mean, Identity 5 is the most accurate I've seen. It's just, are you winning the fucking game? That's literally it. I'm so sick of people saying there's no metrics in this game. All you have to do is, like, are we killing survivors or not, people? That's literally, now again, I agree with True Talent when True Talent says that if you're, like, 4K'ing with only 12,000 points, you didn't have a very good match. Like, I agree with that. So, like, it's not that, like, that's a horrible thing. And, like, the killer that scores perfect 32K is objectively more in control of the game and has more skill than somebody who got a 12,000 point 4K with no ed at the end of the game. Like, that's objectively true. But at the same time, if we're going to get an accurate win condition, that's just stuff we kind of have to ignore. Like, I get it. Like, I get it. They're objectively right, but at the same time, it's like if we want to have accurate metrics, we have to settle on accurate metrics. We have to settle on this stuff. Killing survivors should be the win condition, and escape should be the win condition. This emblem system is a bunch of bullshit. And, like, the emblem system that we have right now, and, like, the blood points and the way the devs say play this way, or you don't rank up, like, that I don't like that. I don't like that mentality. I don't like our emblem system and the mentality that people, because, like, that discourages a lot of endgame builds that people can run. Like, if one of your main gimmicks is to try to kill everybody with Blood Warden, like, you can't have an endgame perk, because then your fucking, if you don't have any slowdown, your fucking gatekeeper will be bad. And like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Like, if killing survivors was just the win condition, we wouldn't have to make builds that correlate with the stupid emblem system. So I think that's just dumb. I think that's dumb. So, like, if we could settle on a win condition, i.e. killing the survivors and escapes like Identity 5 does it, we would have a more accurate representation of who's actually winning the fucking match. Because I don't like when I kill one person and I still rank up and the game tells me I won. The fact is, I sit there and I look at those 3 escapes and go, no, I didn't win. They all got out. 3 of them got out, I only killed 1. I didn't win. I don't care if the game tells me I won. I didn't win that. I mean, that's how I feel, at least. And the hatch, I still think we need to take the fucking hatch out. Because, like, Scott Junn brought up the hatch in his video. I want the hatch gone. The hatch needs to go. But that's a subject for another day. So, basically, I'm basically saying this because this system is probably going to fail the way that they want to do it, and I don't want them to just give up on the idea because this fails. This is the first step to getting accurate information about skill, and that's the first step to getting trickle-down balancing. When you have a high-skilled killer losing to 4 survivors that are, like, worse than him on the skill level, like that's gonna tell the devs that, hey, something's wrong here. Because if they do it the way that they're gonna do it, what's gonna happen is the most skilled killer is gonna lose to a survivor that's, like, not even the best. The highest skilled killers are gonna lose to survivors who are, like, at mid-tier skill level because of the game's core balancing issues. And then the devs, if they're smart, will see that and go, wow, our best killers are losing to mid-tier survivors. What does that tell you? Oh, that's telling you that this game is unbalanced as fuck. And maybe we can fucking change it. You know, that might be a good idea. Okay, so again, when this fails, I hope we don't try it. The second is to create a matchmaking system to create fair matches. Okay, both of these ideas are good. So when this idea that they have fails, let's not just give up on the concept like everybody wants to do. Scott Junn wants to keep this system. This system is awful, and I will not stand for it. It's awful. And Joker comes out tomorrow. You think I'm going to play this game tomorrow? Fuck off, bro. This game is terrible, and the matchmaking system and the ranking system is a big part of why it's terrible. So this system that we have right now absolutely cannot stay in the game. It's silly is not a good word for it. It's awful. It's unacceptable is probably the best word. It's unacceptable. This system can't stay in the game. So we're going forward. Here's what they're gonna do. Going forward, we will use a hidden skill rating for matchmaking purposes. Your skill rating will increase when you do well and decrease when you do poorly. To keep this as fair as possible, the system will predict the outcome of the match based on the difference in your opponent's rating and adjusts the amount your rating changes. If your rating is higher than your opponent, your rating will increase less if you win and drop more if you lose. If your rating is lower than your opponent, your rating will increase more if you win and drop less if you lose. Okay, let's go over that. The idea here is, like, you know, okay, I guess. I mean, ideally, this is like it goes up when you do well, decreases when you do poorly. That's kind of like I'm trying to compare this to the Identity 5 system as a model, because the Identity 5 has the best pipping system in an asymmetrical game. If you know what Identity 5 is, it's basically a DBD clone on the App Store. They have a better matchmaking system than what you do. They have tournaments. They know who their top players are, etc., etc. Look it up. I am sick of explaining this every time I do these things. So Identity 5's system, again, is if you win the match, you get like a certain number of points, and you have to get like 20 or something to hit the next level. There's 6 tiers in Identity 5. Each tier has 4 levels. That's how Identity 5 does it. Theirs is way better than ours. It's based on if you're killing or you're escaping or not. And by the way, if you get the hatch, you still get deducted points in Identity 5. You just don't get deducted as many points. That's how it works. Yeah, dude, you just gotta get rid of the messaging. That's if you're gonna play this game. Because if you kill a survivor, they'll message you and tell you how terrible you are. So anyway, like, again, that's the idea. I don't like that it's hidden. I absolutely don't like that it's hidden. Because basically, what the devs are doing if they hide it from you is hide all ability to criticize it and like, verify it. Because it's hidden, we can't analyze it. That's my problem with this right now. I like how we're abandoning our system and we're trying something new, but the problem is, if we can't see it, we can't accurately criticize it. We can't know if it's working or not. The developers are solely keeping all information from us and trusting themselves. I don't like that. Because, again, I don't have any trust in the developers. Identity 5, I would love... I mean, Identity 5 still has a lot of work to do in terms of balancing. It's not there yet either, but it's certainly better than us right now. The devs, well, by hiding the system, we can't see if it's working. And then they said that way, even if you aren't perfectly matched with people of the exact same skill level, your rating will not be changed unfairly. Okay. Like, again, that's okay. I mean, that's okay, but the problem here is that we can't see if it's working. We can't see how often we're playing against somebody who's not fair. We can't tell if the person that we're playing is actually good or not. And, you know, I've heard criticism of this, like, what if you just die in a game, like, you got face camped by somebody or something, you know? You know, we still don't know how we're doing this. I mean, I would argue if you're the sacrifice, your points should go down less if you die, if your team is still winning. I don't know though. Again, this is very vague. It doesn't cover everything in the game. I think if anything from Scott Junn's video was correct, is they certainly need to release more information about the system. Because as it is now, there is so many variables like clown and spirit, etc., etc. Different killers, picking a top tier killer shouldn't penalize you though. Like that idea was just terrible. There should be stats in the game, like people should earn medals for their playstyle, or for example, that's an interesting idea. I still argue that if you run a late game build, you shouldn't be considered an asshole, and you should that strategy should be just as viable for ranking up as any other strategy. I don't like how we criticize late game builds, especially since late game is all killers have now. So if killers want to run a late game build, like, we shouldn't be penalized for that anymore. So the system will predict you're based off the it says the outcome of the match, though, earlier. I'm hoping that means we are deciding to judge the game based on who is escaping and who is running out. And again, like, that's not a perfect way to analyze who's good or not, but again, like, it's very hard to create a system to analyze how someone's good. So we just have to create the best one. You know, we have to find out what the best one is, and the best metric is if your team is winning for Survivor. Like, if you're the sacrifice, your skill rank shouldn't go down as much. And again, let's talk about a metric that you could possibly analyze that. We're taking it old school here. Blood points. The original ranking concept, the original ranking up concept. That was a great metric to identify how much you're doing in a match. Because, like, like the available blood points on the table, like altruism, like the problem with the ranking system is that it relies on both sides being able to like do things in the match. Like if the killer doesn't get enough downs, then there's not a lot of altruism on the table for Survivor. The sides kind of depend on each other to do things. So, like, you know, for Survivor, this wouldn't really work so much for Killer. The Killer just needs to clearly look at the result. But for Survivor, you could definitely use blood points as a metric to determine if somebody's good or not. Because so if somebody died, but, like, a person that escaped, even with the 5,000% bonus, did not make as many blood points as the guy who died. Like, you see, Matt, you know, there's matches like that. You know, you could easily use that as a reference point. Somehow, you know, that's how we used to do it back in the old days, and it was just so bad we had to change it. I don't understand why. I always thought blood points were a way more accurate emphasis for both sides even than the ranking system. I thought the ranking system was garbage. If Survivors had the same ranking requirements as Killer, they would find them a lot harder. In fact, they had it more difficult, but the behaviors actually made it easier for Survivors to rank up. No change was given to Killers, though. I mean, are you shocked? I'm not. The devs are so against Killer, it's not even funny. Okay, so I don't even remember what I was talking about. Okay, I was talking about how they, the outcome. I hope the outcome is based off escapes and kills. So, in the future, we would like to extend the system to support different ratings for each killer. This is something that I think is good for the competitive scene of the game. I think the game needs this change. So, the fact that, like, we are going in a lot of right directions with this particular thing. Allowing you to practice a new killer without being immediately matched against high-skilled players. This might not be included in the initial launch of the feature. Okay, so like again, this may be extended. This may not. Although that's a redundant paragraph. I don't like that paragraph as an English in the Masters of an English program. I don't like that paragraph. So there's good ideas here. There's good ideas. It would, if blood points were pits, it would make it so Survivors do more because they use to be able to gen rush and depip. Is that why it was changed? Is that why it was changed? It was changed for Survivors? You know, how about this? If that's not a fair metric for Survivors, then fucking make Survivors have an emblem system and then make Killers just on blood points. Because the emblem system we have for Killer is not helping us at all. It's not. It only makes it harder. And it like harder in an unfair way, I should say. Because I just don't want it to be free and easy. I don't want it to just be free and easy for anybody. But like, it's harder in an unfair way to Killer, I should say. It's hard because it's unfair instead of being like hard because it's challenging. There's a difference. There's a difference. Ideally, you want something to be hard because it's challenging, not because it's unfair. So maybe, but again, like there's still instances where somebody can get more blood points than you, and then that person like escapes, and then you did all the hard work and heavy lifting, like you were the reason for the escape, you know. So it's like maybe like a stat could be how long you were chased by the killer. That could help analyze if somebody's good or not. Like it's not perfect because somebody that doesn't really know how to play a pallet can just go and drop a pallet and get a 3-minute chase out of it. So it's not a perfect metric. It's not a perfect metric. But again, it's like 3K is a 1 pip? Oh, not sometimes. You're lucky if a 3K is a 1 pip at high ranks. You're very lucky if a 3K is a 1 pip. A 2K is most of my 2Ks have been D ranks. I would argue 1K. If you 1K, it's a D pip every time. If you 2K, it's a D pip 50% of the time. If you 3K, it's a pip around 30% of the time. And if you 4K, you'll probably get it a ruthless. Merciless just doesn't exist at a high rank. But you know, again, so there's like it's not perfect. It's not a perfect way to analyze anything. But like again, you have to remember how often is a trash player going around and throwing all the pallets down and getting a 3-minute chase? How often is that happening during a match? This is again something Scott John says in his video. How often is that actually taking place? So, or as a survivor doing that most of the time, or as a rank 15 survivor mostly just getting down really fast, you know? So, like, which one is happening more? So I still think that's a more accurate metric than Scott Jun was letting on, because Scott Jun just thinks we shouldn't try this, remember? Scott Jun, you're way too good, bruh. Stop having bad opinions. Yeah, throwing pallets down is an underrated tech for survivors in this game. If they, like, a lot of them try to get greedy and, like, play the mind games, and that's when they end up losing. If they just fucking threw the pallets down, Jesus Christ, they would eliminate so many mind games and prevent so many downs. But, you know, okay, so let's actually keep going here. We haven't really moved on from here. So, okay, additionally, to make sure that your matches are as fair as possible, we will be switching over to batch matchmaking. Currently, our matchmaking system takes the player in queue and looks for a match close to their rank. Here is the problem right now. If it is unable to find an appropriate match, it will gradually expand the search range until it is able to give you a match. This can lead to both unfair matches and long queue times. Okay. So basically what I said that they do is exactly what they do. The red rank survivors, because again, this doesn't affect killer at all. Killer queue times are easy as fuck. The surplus of red rank survivors is bleeding down into the purple ranks. That's what's going on. They just admitted it right here. The amount of red rank, like, seriously. I love how it's red, because they're literally bleeding through their rank and coming down to our level. Because this is why purple rank has the hardest time ranking up, because the amount of red ranks survivors, because survivor's too easy, so a lot of people are good at it, is that because, again, it takes no skill to do what they do. So a lot of people are good at survivor. Those people who are good at it bleed down into our ranks and cause the game. It causes them to bleed into our ranks, and that's why we see so many of them when we play our games. That's why when I queue up, if I queue up, I'll be seeing 2 or 3 red ranks, because they bleed into our games because of the way that the current matchmaking system is. That's unacceptable. Yeah, it's absolutely unacceptable to me that that's taking place. If it was based off color, this wouldn't even happen. Survivors would be forced to sit in more queue times for more fair matches. Because right now the matches are unfair, especially the purple rank. Purple rank killer gets more screwed than any killer rank in this game. Seriously, purple rank is so screwed. Purple rank is so not fair in this game. Like, I hate purple. Purple is the worst rank you can possibly be at in Dead by Daylight. Because, like, when you play purple rank, you legit feel like you're trash. Like, you really do. Like, I was explaining this, like, I had a guy come on stream. He was watching me, like, legit lose over and over again. And it's like, I told him, like, dude, I look like trash right now. But the fact is, I'm playing, like, red ranks. I'm playing the best of the best. The fact is, I got to purple rank. You give me a bunch of mid-tier players, I'll crush them. But the problem is, I got to the purple rank. And so those red ranks are bleeding out and into my matches, and they absolutely shouldn't be here. But the way that the matchmaking is it's like I can't possibly have a fair match against these guys because I'm just not quite there yet. These are people that have been playing the game since 2017, 2016. I started playing the game in 2019. You know, I mean, I started December 25th, 2018. So yeah, I started in 2019. Haven't played a single purple rank on what? A red rank survivors? Well, I mean, I don't understand that, because, like, if like somebody is, red ranks are playing against the purple ranks. So something's going on here, dude. Something is going on here. Like, it's not like the red ranks are playing the purple ranks. It is happening, even if it's not happening to you. Go back and watch my stream. And again, I'm one killer. How much is it happening to other people? So that's what they do. It gradually expands the search range until it can find a game. Again, it's all about time. They're sacrificing fairness for time. Fairness should never... Oh, purple rank survivors. That's what you meant. Yeah. Purple rank survivors are non-existent. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying more accurately now, Fred. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. Yes. Like, when you get to purple rank, you don't play with purple ranks. And it's like, I saw somebody yesterday post, and like, here's the thing, this system that we have here actually affects every other rank in the game, because all the red rank survivors bleed through and play against the purple ranks, right? So guess what? All the purple rank killers are occupado getting their ass kicked to the red ranks. So that means when there's purple rank survivors that need games, they're looking for purple rank killers. But as I said, every purple rank killer is occupado getting their ass kicked. I like the DBD rant, bruh. This is a hobby of mine. Because, like, this game is so entirely fucked that anybody with a brain can, like, realize how fucked it is. So, like, all the purple rank killers are getting fucked by people they shouldn't be playing, and so all the purple rank survivors, they need games. So guess what? It gradually expands until they're playing against the green ranks. And so the purple rank survivors are kicking the green ranks' ass. And then, all the fucking green rank survivors need games. So guess what happens? They play the yellow ranks and kick their ass. It literally goes down, 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 down. It affects the whole system. It affects the entire game the way we do it right now. All because people complain about time. If, like, the developers do not know when to stand up for themselves and stand up for their decisions. Except if it's nerfing killer. Then they know how to do it. But, like, what they should have done when survivors were asking for faster matches, they should have said, hey, fuckers, this is how it's fair. This is, like, we're sacrificing time for fairness. Grow up. And since they didn't do that, since they catered to the babies, we killers suffer for it, and we suffer for it significantly because of what they did. Match codes close to their rank. It expands. It gradually expands, everybody. It gradually expands the matchmaking, and that's why I see 5. That's why I play red ranks every single match. So ignoring the fact that I've been right this entire time, because remember, because they finally admitted this, that means I've been right about how they do it this entire time. But no, let's not listen to me, bro. I'm awful. So let's just get over that for a second and move on. The new batch matchmaking will instead pool a larger number of players together, compare their skill levels, and then create the fairest matches possible simultaneously. With a larger pool to pick from, we hope to improve the fairness factor of matchmaking, but also keeping pings and wait times low. So again, their hopes here are what should be done. They're trying to do what needs to be done. They fixed the time. Now it's time to get that fairness back up. So at least they have acknowledged that it's a problem. But again, they'd acknowledged it was a problem 8 months ago. So, like, we're still in the same place we were 8 months ago, with the matchmaking being a problem. So they kind of suck ass at fixing their game, because this was a problem 8 months ago, and it's still a problem now. So, do what you want with that information, too. So, with the release of these changes will be gradual. Okay, that sucks because it has to. I mean, I would rather them take their time on it, I guess, than like do it awful and make it suck. So I guess like it sucks that it's going to be gradual changes, but like but if they're going to do it right, then it's worth the wait. With the release of the mid-chapter update, we are able to start tracking skill levels. For the time being, this is only a test. It is not being used for matchmaking purposes. So basically, what they're doing is like their system for like they're already trying their system for deducing skill level. So that's going to be telling you is that killers at the low rank are probably really fucking great, and then killers at the high rank suck ass. That's weird. I thought that was inversed, but it just means that the killers at the high ranks are losing more often. That's what I said, Mr. Silent. That's what I said on one of my other videos. There should be a casual match where the game is exactly as it is now, and then a ranked match where the maps become more balanced and killer gets more to work with, and the old Hex Ruin comes back, stuff like that. So again, they're starting to track our skill levels already. Once we are confident that the skill rating is working, we will be running tests on the live servers. So this is stuff they're going to put in the PTB. I don't know why their original Hex Ruin change didn't get put to the PTB either, but you know, whatever. When this happens, you may notice some disparity in ranks during your matches. Oh, don't worry, Dead by Daylight developers, that's not going to be a problem. Because I play your game at a high rank killer, I see rank disparity every day. That's not going to be a fucking problem. I see rank disparity in my matches every fucking day. Because as soon as I queue up, I'm gonna be playing rank 1s. Awful. Fucking awful. This is to be expected as rank will no longer be used for the matchmaking purposes at this time. Okay, so the little number in the corner, they're officially making that mean less than it has ever meant before. To avoid confusion, we are considering removing ranks from the post-match scoreboard once testing is complete, as they will no longer be relevant to matchmaking. Okay, so now that they gave more context to that, I saw the helicopter of Kobe Bryant and his daughter. Big rip. Shoutouts to Kobe, bruh. 4%, Mr. 4%, Kobe Bryant. The killers were honoring Kobe's that day. Nice. Okay, but like, so they're keeping ranks down as just for bragging rights and a goal to work towards. So like, rank is now going to be a reflection of dedication to the game. I thought that's what the fucking devotion meant, but what do I know? I'm stupid. So rank's not going to really mean anything anymore, but instead their invisible ranking will mean something. And this is my issue. This is my main issue with all of this, is that the changes will be invisible to us. Since the changes will be invisible to us, we won't be able to accurately know if it's working. Because, like, we don't get to see anything. We don't have any input. We don't get to see jack shit with this change that they want to do. They won't show us anything. We won't get to know. They think it's going to work, but they don't know if it actually will, and they're not letting us see anything. This is the problem. My biggest issue with their newest idea is that we are separated from them. They have the data, we don't have shit. They're not letting us be an actual part of the process. They're going to put it live in PTB servers, but like we're not going to know, because if they remove the ranks and then don't give us an accurate reflection of like what it is, we won't be able to know. And like, even if they put the change in right at the beginning to where we can't see it, they still need to change that eventually, because if they want to individualize it for like killers, we need to like actually know what it is. You know what I mean? And like we need to act like the rank is like actually decent at tracking your progress. So they need to eventually visualize their system somehow. If they do this, they need to visualize the system somehow. So this isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And again, this could entirely flop. This could be terrible. This could make things worse for all we know right now. But this idea is good, and this is the first step to trickle-down balancing. This is the first step to fixing the game, is improving this fucking awful matchmaking system. So that's what they said in the update. I'm very mixed on it, as I clearly said. The idea is good, but I don't trust the developers to do anything at all. So I think with that, I think that's everything I have to say about the actual matchmaking update they released. So, with all of that out of the way, I guess I will begin playing matches. And probably will complain about matchmaking along the way. So I got 3 pips on rank 8, which means I get to experiment a little bit, because I don't actually plan to rank up. I stopped planning to rank up a long time ago. I actually want to experiment here. We will use... I need to prestige the hag. That's something I should be trying to do. I need to put points into Bubba, though. Okay, so... let's play as... I haven't played the Wraith in a while, but I'm not really in a Wraith mood. Let's play the track... oh wait, I gotta play Oni, don't I? Great. Whenever I play Oni, the games always go so well. Alright, let's play Oni. Let's lose again. I'm in the mood, bro. Okay. Could equip a Mori and not lose, but you know, whatever. Okay. Casual and ranked is, yeah, because they're bad. They're bad. That's why they haven't done it. Because they're bad. My idea for it was that as soon as you hit rank 10, when the competitive match kicks in. That was my idea for it, but... okay. My dog is barking. Strange. Alright. But yeah, they haven't done it yet because they're trash. Okay, so in this particular game, I do not. I only see those sparks, so hopefully this will be all right. I don't know. I'm playing Oni because I gotta. What do I gotta do? At least tie with him. Okay. Oh, do I have an objective picked out? Oh no, I don't. Whatever. I'll do it next time. But so I gotta. I'm trying to get 2. That's the goal. Trying to tie is a goal killers often have anyway. That shows you where the state of the balancing is in this game. Oh, we going to Orman? You guys shouldn't have. You guys shouldn't have. That's where I played Oni last time, and I have fought that sweaty SWF. And of course I got my ass kicked. But you know, I got like 6 downs, but you know, whatever, that doesn't matter. Getting down, since when does that matter as killer, dude? That doesn't help stall their win condition. How long have I spent bitching about that developer patch? Like 40 minutes? God damn, dude. I can fucking talk somebody's ear off. Boop. I can talk somebody's ear off, bruh. Boop. Alright, so let's see how the red ranks are bleeding into my match, bro. Let's see how many red ranks have bled into this match. Because that's what they do. They, on their dev update, they said so. The red ranks bleed into the lower ranks. So let's see how many red ranks have bled into my game this time. Blood Fury. Blood Fury is the red rank SWF you get in your purple rank matches, killer. That's what Blood Fury actually is. Mount Orman Resort. You guys shouldn't have, bruh. Okay. What sucks? Since they took the ruin, since they nerfed ruin, the biggest issue is now I don't know where they're spawning. Cause my totem used to mark their spawning points. She's out. She's more off flank. Let's go get her. She 360 me. I hear a lot of noises, bro. Okay, gotta burn that. There's 2 of them here, so they're not doing anything. Oh, they didn't see. Okay, she went this way. They're both going to save spots. Every part of Ormond is safe, so she can run this. Okay, let's break this and leave her. I need to find where the gens are. Chasing her, I'll lose, so let's just find where they're pressuring the gens at and leave her. Always a sign of a powerful role in Dead by Daylight, by the way. When I have to leave her because she's too good. Okay, here we go. Kick this. I'm glad I could have sold that gen, bro. I had so much counterplay there, dude. There he is. Nice. Okay. Okay. Boo boo. Okay, there we go. And he was locked in an animation, so he couldn't dead hard. Okay, face the corner. Okay. First hook. First hook, they're like, they have one. Okay, hold on. I heard that. I heard that chest open. Oh, that was the person doing it. Okay, let's see if I can slug this guy. I knew he had dead hard, but whatever. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can find the other guy. That guy's not very good though. His DS odds are actually pretty low. Where'd that other guy go? Wow, he's already up, bro. Jesus. Okay, he's back down. We need to make a play here. We need to find them. I hear them, but I don't know where they are. Okay. We're actually gonna try. We're actually gonna get him hooked. She found. Okay, she missed it. She missed it. She didn't like. She didn't bring that in, bro. I see you, bro. They're gonna get this. Nothing I can do here. Okay, we got her. We got that down. So when he breaks out, it'll be all right. Where'd she go? Okay. If I were a garbage player, where would I go? Like, I haven't found, like, the time to spring my power. Okay, here we go. There's 3 of them over there. There we go. Damn, that flick is nice. I'm so glad they brought that back. Gotta find their friends, though. It sucks that I had to give up all of my slugging for a slowdown. The devs don't understand what they actually did to the game when they nerfed Ruin. Alright. She'll probably DS me, but whatever. We don't know which one did that, do we? She'll probably DS me, because they have every tool in the game they need. I have nothing. Okay, they're grouped together, though. That's a free line of sight break. Okay, there's the David. He's garbage. Like, see what I mean? He's trash. I'm surprised he ran that correctly. Dude, you fell for the most basic mind game I've ever seen. That was like the most basic mind game I've ever done to somebody. Face the wall. Okay. They went in here? Okay. Yeah, they're in here. Pop. I need to pop this gen. Okay. This is safe. Balanced. Forced vaults, lovely. There we go. So we're not even gonna get one this match, most likely. But hey, Oni's flick is back. Oni's flick is back, guys. Like, it just sucks that he can't actually use his buff because the game is so bad. Like, okay, that turning is like ridiculously bad. Like, it's bad, bruh. This like his jungle gym completely shits on the character. Okay, I can't challenge that at all. Hopefully, I catch the Jeff bin here again, if I can turn my character. Good God. No. There's so many just locations. Like, the problem with his because they nerfed his turning, like, even more locations counter him now. The problem with this power being countered by locations is that it's literally useless. It's countered by structures and locations. So, literally nothing he can do if you have the right location. Literally nothing. If you have the right structure, he can't actually do anything. Force vault. He's already halfway around the building to go to the next force vault. Oh, it's not, that's not a force vault. He's already at the next vault, though. Balanced. So he gets increased distance after I hit him. But it's like, you could say, okay, don't pressure this, but like, guess what? If I don't pressure it, the gen gets done. He's already like that ahead of me to where I'm getting a notification that he's not even into my sight anymore. Sloppy Butcher's useless in this environment. Sloppy's only good mid-game and early game. Late game, it's terrible because of adrenaline. Alright, let's go back. Oh, never mind. Oh, brother. If I tunneled the David, I probably could have done better. I'm not even gonna challenge that pallet. I'm gonna try. Oh, there goes Noed. So never mind. I don't even get that. I didn't have faith in myself, bro. I read him, but okay, we got the down. We got the one down we needed. Okay, so we have some instant downs if we need them. You were way too late, honey. See, like, they can't even do the stuff that is, like, actually hard about Survivor. Okay. She has balance, too. See, if I want one, I have to camp him now. Did he have a deliverance? The fuck? He has deliverance, and that's combo with DS. So 2 DS is this match. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm literally just gonna sit here, bro. Oh, that was a trick. That was a cheat move. The one time I don't want the grab animation to go off, it goes off. And now they all get to teabag at the gate. See? See how that works, bruh? There you go. There you go, bruh. Isn't that fun? Wasn't that a fun match that I had a chance to win? There you go. 2 red ranks bled into my match. And you see, I could have tunneled. If I tunneled the David, like, that was a different game. 3 DSs. And, like, this is what I'm talking about. See, now, they're on the new rank, their skill level would go up. And I was better than both of those players. See, that's how the system would work, though. They would get to go up and I would go down because they beat me. Even though 2 red ranks bled into the match. And were the actual reason that they won. The Jeff and the Kate were the reason they won. It only takes 2, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's why when Scott Jun says a solo survivor is weaker than the killer, that's such a load of shit. They're at least in the same tier. Because 2 solo survivors made that incredibly difficult. And at that map, too. Ormond is awful for killer. Somebody brought an Ormond offering. Oni's just not very good, either. The fact that his the turning was nerfed ruined the character, IMO. I'm gonna try him one more time because I want to do my daily with him, but the fact that his turning was nerfed destroyed the character. Because like he was actually decent before. Like before his nerf, I could get people with him, but like now I can't get anybody with him. If I tunneled that David, it was I could have won. No. All right. Try again, bro. 2 red ranks in my game, though. If those were, like, seriously, if that was, instead of 2 red ranks, instead, if it was just 4 purple ranks, I feel like that would have been a more balanced game. Because everybody would have been, not fantastic. But the fact that, like, you know, once you identified that Kate was good at looping, it was over. I couldn't chase her, so I had to go get somebody else. Okay. Another issue for Killer in this game is the fact that you have to hit the same button to grab somebody as you do to, down somebody. If they just lock that to a different button, like, we have 4 huge buttons on the front of the controller. Killers don't use one of them. So, like, if I could have just, instead of, like, grabbing him, I could have actually slugged him if I had just, actually downed him and slugged him. I should have just not done anything. Because then I could have actually... Because what he was trying to do was just do that and make me grab him. He was trying to take advantage of the fact that the game's controls are bad, and he did it. Because ideally, the play there was to slug him and make sure he can't move. You know, and then they get to teabag at the gate like they did something hard. It's bullshit, dude. I just want a Dead by Daylight developer to get good at their game and realize that Killer is awful. And remember, when I got my first down and hooked that guy, again, there was 1.5 gens done. They were 40% done with their win condition. And I was 1.5, 50. 1.5 gens done is 1.5. Yeah, so that's around, 2.5 is half of 5. So 1.5 is probably 30%. So they were 35% done with their win condition, but I was 8% done with mine. But this game is balanced, right? This is the kind of math you have to do if you're gonna play this. If you're gonna actually play this game, you have to know this stuff, bruh. You have to know this stuff. We'll try again. Oni isn't very good, dude. Okay, so I already haven't found anybody. That sucks. That right off the bat sucks. Because as this is happening, as this is happening, they are 40%. They are 50% done with the generator. See? Stop being stupid, bro. She has balanced. Oh wait, okay. I thought she was gonna go up there. Wait, oh, she's gonna go up here. Still has balance, mind you. Maybe dead hard? No, she'll leave right here. Okay, or just don't do anything. That helps. Being bad helps Killer a lot, by the way. Okay, so I get basement here. This is looking better already, but I could still lose. Because remember, they just 1/5 done with their win condition, 1/8 done with mine. No, 12. Yeah, no, 8% done with mine. So 8/100ths. Yeah. So they're, because they popped a gen, they are. They one down, almost popped 2 generators. And a quick down also. She did not offer much of a chase at all. There we go, fucker. The standing still mind game. Oh, okay, whatever game, sure. Alright, so we're gonna keep basements. But my next play, I don't have a choice. They have already, forced me, as the Killer, to do my next play of going over there and pop goes the weaseling that generator, because it was already done. Okay, I have my power though, which, I mean, the power doesn't help much anymore, because it's nerfed. It's nerfed to the point of being useless. I have to go over and pop this. I don't have a choice. Oh wait, okay, they've let it regress. I can get over there though, maybe. Or is that the one that's done? Oh wait, that's not done. That's not done. I can pop that. Okay, now I saw that person. Where did they go? Okay, hopefully we can get over there now. Okay, have to vault. I just legit just couldn't make that turn, bro. I bet I just fucking passed her. No, I just straight up lost her. Probably over here. Okay, I could still possibly down her. No. Did she turn around? Okay, so Pop Goes the Weasel saved this gen from popping. For now. It doesn't... Not gonna help much in 2 minutes, but it saved it now. Okay, we want this guy, because we've downed him already. This is the, hopefully the easiest, this is the guy we want, because this is the guy we want the numbers reduction. We need that numbers reduction or we can't win. As long as they have 4, they're beating you. It literally doesn't matter how good they are. Because anybody can pop a fucking generator in this game. Okay, we're gonna have to burn this. He's gonna make us, he gotta force us to burn it. Okay. I want basement, but I want to see if I can pop that gen. See, Pop Goes the Weasel's bullshit. It's not doing anything. I'm not gonna have enough time to get in there. Yep, see? They already have 3 generators left. That's my 3rd down this game. And not because my downs are slow. These are some of the fastest downs I've had in a while. Like, these guys are not very good. Alright. If we want to actually realistically get people, we need to camp this guy. Because they'll pop a gen, but then I'll kill him and get somebody with no head. Maybe we can... We just need to camp this guy. We need to get rid of at least 1 to make the end game easier. This is what you do, bro. This is what high level killers come down to. Oh wait, I don't actually want to do that. Okay, he's just running away. Alright, there we go. For spray, he doesn't have DS. Again, this is what high level killers come down to, everybody. Alright, nice. This is what high level killers come down to. You want to take Ruin away from us? This is what you get. Alright, there we go. Pop Goes the Weasel this. How many leaks? Okay, see, because I chose to camp that guy and kill him, we now have part of our daily done. All the gens are not being pressured. See, I just got rewarded for camping, bruh. If I could just have adequate pressure, I wouldn't need to do scummy things like that. But welcome to Dead by Daylight at high level. Alright. I need to get this hook. Pick up. There she is. Alright. Because we need this, we need this pop. Okay, we want to go either see, we need to see what that gen is doing over here before we make a decision to pop something. See, because I chose to camp that guy, I'm actually doing better now. Don't ever let survivors tell you not to camp. Okay, that's even better. We're gonna get another down. Okay, just gotta be careful with her. There we go. Again, if you want to take ruin from us, this is the dumb shit that becomes viable, everybody. This becomes the necessary thing to do. See, now I've done enough to where I'm probably not going to deep-hit because I chose to camp. Thanks, camping. I do need a pop as a weasel, though. Because I'm sure if they're both on that gen, it's already almost done. Because, remember, 44 seconds for one generator. There she is. I'm like, is she here? I know she's here. Put it down, bitch. Nice. Fucking fantastic. Okay. We need to get her away from the generators, though. This is at least her second down. Nice, she's dead. That's even better. See, because I chose to camp that guy, I'm now going to win this game. Because I chose to camp. Never let them tell you shouldn't camp. Like, what the fuck do they know about playing killer? They don't know anything about playing killer. Okay. Alright, I see scratch marks. She's tricky, this one. She definitely knows how to exploit the bad camera. Shit. She knows how to exploit the bad camera. Definitely knows how to do that. Okay, just let her go. Find where the gens are being pressured. Don't let them, don't let that one person get the gens done. Oh, bullshit. There we go. She just like slow vault that backwards. What the fuck? Where the fuck did she go? Oh, there she is. Alright. Get her on the hook, because I want to pop goes a weasel. That Claudette's probably on the gym. And they both probably have adrenaline. Okay, that's not being touched. Okay, one gen left. This one. Okay, so we're doing good. Last time I saw the Claudette, she ran this way. Nothing I can actually kick right now. I'm just kind of trying to follow this blood. I don't know if that'll actually lead me to her or not, but it's a hope. I'm hoping she's going to fucking get her. She's probably just camping the hatch like a dingus. No, alright, good, good, good. Very good, very good. Because if they keep the game alive, I get to get more points. Because I needed to pip since I had to camp. Again. Okay, there's Claudette. We want her. We want to hook her. Alright, nice. You can certainly juke the bad controls of Oni. I'll give you that. We want another hook. Okay. Oh, scratch marks. Lovely! Nice. 4K! There you go, bruh. The power of camping. Let's use DS. The power of camping and tunneling, dude. I step on that real fast. Because now I'm gonna fucking rank up. Where if I didn't tunnel and I didn't do what I did, I would not have won. And again, it's entirely negated if that guy just had the right perk. Oni's trash, dude. There you go. We got the pip, though, to make up for the D-pip we just had. 1150, dude. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it off there, because I want to see if Joker drops at midnight. So I've said everything I wanted to say about the thing we were doing. 2 red ranks split in, and then a rank 14 and a rank 10. Awful. Awful matchmaking system. Not one person in my actual color, which is how it would be if I did it. Awful. Just an awful system, bro. Absolutely awful.